Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews. Today, thanks to Seacoast House of Cars, we have the 2005 Nissan 350Z. This one is fitted with the 6-speed manual. This one is a Roadster, but it's not Roadster weather, so I'm not dropping the top. One of the first cars I've driven since breaking my ankle, my left one, so gearbox is fantastic. I think I'm going to talk more about this on the drive, obviously, but I am sitting here realizing that the mid-2000s produced the best driver's cars in terms of being livable and actually being decent to drive. Yes, some older cars are definitely more raw and analog, but you have to remember that these also had the creature comforts of, you know, ABS and hydraulically assisted everything. So in the grand scheme of things, these had the perfect mixture of being raw, fun to drive, analog cars, while still having the creature comforts we've all come to love. So yeah, the 05Z is an example of the fact that early 2000s produced some fantastic driver's cars. But I have a couple other examples as well, and those include Carrera GT. RX-8 is in there. What else is there? I'm trying to think of affordable. Well, you had your Evo was still around, the STI was still around. Why can't C5 Z06, C6 Z06? I don't know, Terminator Cobra, Viper. Yeah, there's a lot of good examples. They had the technology to make good power without all the technology to make the driving experience muted. That's what I love about this car. Everything is so good, so analog, so raw. The pedal feel, the pedal spacing for heel toe, it is all absolutely fantastic. There's a good example of throttle response. That's really good. It's just, it's analog enough to keep me happy and make me feel like I'm doing something, because I am, without being completely and utterly unbearable for long journeys. I have a Bose stereo, I have a CD player, I have heated seats. I have some features that I would love to have on longer journeys, and you know, if this was a fun weekend toy that I also needed to drive a couple hours away occasionally. We also have to realize we can't make cars like this anymore. With all the federal regulations and fuel economy standards, yada yada yada, yeah, you need all these safety features and this and this and this. Cars need to be much stronger for crash tests, and these little pillars aren't going to hold up in a rollover. That's why you have the roll bar back here. So yeah, I mean, yes, that is a bit of a sacrifice, but us drivers love that. We love to be able to feel, you know, I think this is why the original Shelby Cobra is so loved, is because you feel like you're in danger. This is why I loved the Viper. I felt like I was in danger while I was driving it. Some people are going to say you're an absolute idiot for saying that, but some of my most memorable drives, some of my favorite drives, are cars that when I got out of them, I was like, yeah, I drove that. I wasn't sitting there, you know, just moving things around to make it kind of go where I want. No, I was the one that was making it do what it did. So yeah, the 350Z is a very special car that you're not going to be able to find for sale nowadays. Yeah, they have a new Z, but it's completely different. And this is the perfect embodiment of what the mid-2000s produced for drivers' cars, and how great these cars really were, and why these cars are going to hold strong in their values, if not go up pretty significantly. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.